What's good and welcome in. This is Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Senior. Hope all of you out there had a great week, having a fantastic weekend coming your way. An Eagles news and rumors mailbag where I take your questions, I take your comments, I answer your hot takes. You got to be subscribed to the show. So if you want to be featured on our upcoming mailbags, make sure you subscribe for daily coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles, informative and entertaining news, rumors, and analysis, live shows, and watch parties. This is the standard for the best Eagles talk right here on YouTube. We start off this mailbag with this one coming in from Elijah Stovall. $50 super chat. Appreciate you, Elijah. You're certainly a real one. Do you think DeVonta Smith will have a big game this week? 150-plus yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't know about 150-plus and 2 tutties. I do think that DeVonta Smith is going to be a big component of this game plan, because if I'm drawing up a game plan as Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, and Brian Johnson, and I'm looking at the previous matchup back in Week 3, what did Washington not do? They could not stop DeVonta Smith. And Trace, we can show them the numbers from that game in Week 3 where Smitty, Skinny Batman, was able to go off. They did not have an answer for him. So how are they going to come up with an answer for him again? And what makes this Eagles offense so potent is the diversification. Multiple weapons who can hurt you. That week it was DeVonta Smith. Throughout this year, primarily, it's been A.J. Brown. Quez Watkins can take the top off of the defense. Dallas Goedert is having a career year. As for what Smitty did against the Commanders back in Week 3, shoot, this is why Elijah asked that question. 8 catches, 169, a tutty, average yards per catch 21.1. I thought the best was when he climbed the ladder right before halftime to bring down that 50-50 ball. Smitty is a guy who is a clean and precise route runner, who has really good hands. He's excellent with picking up yards after the catch. What I also like, this dude is tough. This guy's a playmaker, and he plays bigger than his size. And because of that, I think he's going to be in the NFL for a really long time. Lou G, $10 donation. Thank you for your support of the show. Am I the only one who's 5 of 10 on C.J. Gardner-Johnson's performance this year? His tackling was bad this past Thursday. And honestly, Lou, that's a really good assessment of C.J. Gardner-Johnson in terms of his tackling. He has not been a good tackler this year. And throughout his career, he certainly struggled with wrapping up opposing offensive players. But he's been an awesome ball hawk this year. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's 5 interceptions do lead all players in the NFL, and it's crazy that Howie Roseman was able to swing, get CD Deuce for the price tag that he did. I thought it was a highway robbery at the time, and since then, I think it's even got better, because C.J. Gardner-Johnson has been a game changer on this Eagles defense, and what he brings to the table, what he brings to the locker room from a leadership, confidence, and swagger standpoint, I also think is very, very important. News just in. The Philadelphia Eagles are still perfect at 8-0, looking to go 9-0 against Washington on Monday Night Football. So spam you for the Birds still being undefeated. If you're pumped up, everybody should be sending in that you right now. Lou G with another donation. This time it's $20. I'll do a shot after this segment. DeVonta Smith, mad to me, is BS to me. The character and wide receivers he played behind at Bama doesn't add up. And I agree. I don't actually think that DeVonta Smith is all that frustrated, because he understands that the greater good is winning games, and the greater good of this offense being successful sometimes is him having a low night and A.J. Brown having the highlights. And you look at the Eagles wide receiver production. Look, I know A.J. Brown has more yards, 718 to 442, but it's not for the lack of touches for DeVonta Smith. He only has 3 less catches as compared to A.J. Brown. If there's anybody that should be a little bit frustrated, it's Quez Watkins, who not only has been unseated by Zach Pascal to a certain degree, only has 8 catches for $113 this year and 1 touchdown. This is a guy in Quez who is fast Batman. He can take the top off of the defense with that elite speed, but because A.J. Brown, DeVonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert are so good, he's been kind of the odd man out. To our guy, Brandon Ford. Let's go, Brandon. If Dallas signs OBJ, how significant do you think it will be? Would it give Dallas an advantage over us, or would we still have the better receiver trio? I still think that the Eagles have the better wide receiver trio and the better overall offense. Honestly, can we be real about this? Jalen Hurts is playing better this year than Dak Prescott. So Hurts has been better than Prescott. A.J. Brown is much better than the overrated and overhyped C.D. Lamb. Michael Gallup is coming off that ACL and hasn't really been the same player. Noah Brown is their other weapon. So I side with the Eagles. And Brandon, even by adding OBJ, the Cowboys are not Odell Beckham Jr. away from being a Super Bowl contender. They still need a lot of help at a couple of spots on that roster. So I'd still say that the Birds, the better team as compared to the Dallas Cowboys. But that game around Christmas time at AT&T Stadium in Arlington at Jerry World, I think it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a pivotal one if the NFC East race remains so tight. Kara Poole, what's good, Kara? Do you think that the Eagles would want Ndamukong Suh? He's kind of a nasty player. He is, but I like that nastiness. I like the fact that Ndamukong Suh is never scared. This is a guy who's well accomplished throughout his NFL career, and I think that he'd be able to actually help this defense. So if they continue to get thrashed with that ground game without Jordan Davis, and let's hope that he's only out for the minimum of 4 weeks since going on IR, they might have to look at Suh to help them and mitigate what has been a bad Eagles rush defense. If you want a free Eagles jersey, we can get you one, but you got to sign up with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head to chatsports.com/EaglesBet, promo code Eagles125. If you sign up and deposit $100 or more, we can get you a free Eagles jersey because you'll get a 125% deposit bonus back. That's $225 in total money. You make your first bet, and then you email us. So you followed all these steps here to my right, jersey@chatsports.com. We can promise you a Jalen Hurts jersey with some other ones that could be available. Just sign up, deposit at least $100, make your first bet, and email us, jersey@chatsports.com. Let's pivot gears now to Big Finesse. You finessing on the crew? Let's go. I think a lot of our problems is just us trying to stay healthy. You know what's crazy, though? As compared to a lot of teams in the NFL, the Eagles have been able to stay pretty healthy. I mean, the big injury right now for the Birds, it's Jordan Davis, who has a high ankle sprain. Let's hope that the football gods continue to be on the side of the Philadelphia Eagles and this team with its primary playmakers can continue to stay healthy. Joseph Krager, who you got as MVP on Monday night? I'll take DeVonta Smith because of what he did in Week 3 against the Commanders. I see why you're doing that. Let's see. Hurts played really well. The Eagles' defensive line was spectacular. I don't think they're going to have 9 sacks against Taylor Heineke because I think he does a better job of getting the ball out a little bit faster. Let's see. Hassan Reddick played well that day. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox. C.J. Gardner-Johnson leads the NFL in 5 picks. I think Darius Slay. Darius Slay has a big game on Monday Night Football against Washington. He could be your player of the game. I like Smitty. I like Dallas Goedert. I like Miles Sanders, who continues to put together best season of his career. Make sure you join us for our Eagles Week 10 watch party against the Washington Commanders. Subscribe, turn on your noties. It's going to be an awesome time. What we try to do is make it the best game day atmosphere outside of being at Lincoln Financial Field. We want to get together as many Eagles fans as possible. So tell your friends. That's why you turn on your notice. Therefore, when we do go live, you'll be notified for the party to begin.